just let me know whether she's still gonna hold on. They say you found it, but she doesn't want.
Hey y'all, good morning. It's currently 12:50, so actually good afternoon. But I'm gonna be giving you guys a little makeup routine. Here's the makeup bag. It's hefty. Didn't brush the hair. Let me brush it. It's straight out the bonnet, honestly. No edge, nothing. Didn't give no fucks. No fucks were given, but let me give y'all a look home. I have to re-straighten it. Ooh. Got a little nigga knots back here. The silk press still silk pressing, honestly. Like, it just, you see, it just need a little flat iron, but other than that, it's good. But yeah, back to why we're really here. I'm gonna be doing my makeup while I give you guys a little story time about how we were left in Houston. So starting off, here's a little background. Me and 5 other girls went to Houston July of 2022. I think it was 2022. And it was for my friend Jari's birthday that you guys see in my vlogs. We had went for her birthday, and when we first got there, you know, the vibes were good. And us 5, we all flew there, and then our other friend, she drove and met us there. Starting off, the trip already started bad. When we arrived to our Airbnb, it was in the ghetto, real rundown, real treacherous, but like the inside was cute, but like the inside was still dirty though. Like, cause we like got there, went inside, and the inside was not up to par at all. There was bugs flying around, the bathtub was dirty, the sheets were dirty. But then we decided to get a refund and book a different Airbnb. And the next Airbnb that we booked was a little more expensive, but it was still super nice. And I think that Airbnb was like 15 minutes from our original Airbnb. So the Airbnb that we did end up staying at was way nicer. It was so much bigger, way more space, and it had like 2 floors, I believe. Yeah, it had an upstairs and a downstairs, and it had a garage. And because our friend had drove and met us there, she was supposed to drive us the whole time we were there. I believe we were there for a week, but the first night we were there, we went to the liquor store and stuff, checked into our Airbnb, and then that night we went out. So we had got dressed, pre-groomed, and then went out. That night was cool. It was fun, but they said we were being Debbie Downers, I guess, because we weren't dancing or super late in the club, I guess. And me and my other 2 friends, we're kind of introverts, but like when we get drunk, we're extroverts, you know? So, but the other 3, they're more so extroverts, just extroverts every day. So that's kind of where the disconnect was. So when we went out, we weren't all that drunk, and they weren't all that drunk either. So they were still turning up, kiki, you know, doing their big one. But then us, on the other hand, we were just more mellow, more just, you know, vibing. The heck. But me personally, I thought like it was still cool. Like it ain't nothing crazy, you know. It's still the first night, so it can be a little chill, slow night. You know, don't want to do too much because we still have the whole week, and we plan on going out every day of the week, so it's cool to just be chill this first day. But that's what I was thinking in my head. Then the next day we wake up, and that morning we go to brunch at Grooves. It was super good. The vibes are good. We had a mimosa tower. People were giving us free shots. Like, I had a good time at brunch, and we were more drunk, so yes, we were more extroverted, and I guess they liked that more, that version of us more. So after that, we went to the mall. We went to Galleria, I believe. Yeah, I think so. Well, we had went to the mall, and we had did some shopping and stuff. Then after the mall, we had got some food, and the food was good. And then after that, we had just went back to the Airbnb, and we were just chilling. And then going into that night, me and my 2 friends, we decided to make sure we got drunk so that we could have a good time and be the extroverts that they wanted us to be. So we decided to do like a little fake video, and it was like, take a shot after every step in your makeup routine.
Hey
What
guys, what it do?
We're gonna take shots after every step of our makeup. So let's get into it.
Yeah.
What cheers?
So we had did that, and I didn't realize how many steps were in this makeup routine. So by the end of the makeup routine, we were on the floor. Yeah. And once that happened, they did not like that at all, because like we was super drunk and we was just, you know, being drunk, and like I kept telling them, they were saying I was the drunkest. So my other two friends, I guess they weren't as drunk as me. So I was telling them to go, like just leave me. I'm cool, like just go. But they didn't want to leave me. I guess they're good friends for that. But the next morning they were mad, but we were supposed to go to brunch. Well, we were going to brunch. We went to camp for brunch. We went there, and we got there at 11, I believe. And after the brunch, we were supposed to go to somewhere else. It was like a day party type thing. We were supposed to go somewhere else, but they wanted to stay at camp from 11 to 5 p.m. And baby, it's hot in Houston. This was in July, midsummer. It was beaming, hot, bugs, all that. Bitch, I was getting a headache. I was getting lightheaded. We're sitting directly in the sun, drinking. Bitch, it's hot. But they continue to want to, well, me and my two other friends, those are the two that be in my vlogs, me and those two, we wanted to leave because it's like, why are we staying here till 5 o'clock? We got here at 11. We got done eating by like fucking 12:30. Might have been 1 o'clock when we got done eating, but they wanted to stay there until 5 o'clock because the girl that was driving us, basically, she didn't want to have to drive back and forth because camp is like around the area of where we were going at 5 o'clock. So she didn't want to drive back to the Airbnb and then back to the place. So we were telling her like, oh, it's okay, we can get an Uber this time, you don't have to drive. And she didn't like that. And then we were like, oh, we'll give you gas money, like it's okay, you don't have to drive. Guess she didn't like that either. So at that point, everybody's just irritated and we're just sitting in the hot sun. And they're talking about, oh, get shots, get shots. What am I taking shots for? I have a headache, it's hot. First of all, that's just gonna make me more hot. And we're literally sitting directly in the sun. And then they were complaining that we weren't turned up enough, like it's camp, you need to be turned up. I'm like, I don't know. Maybe we were in the wrong, but I was not feeling the turn up. It was hot. That was just the main part. It was just hot, and we're sitting directly in the sun. Like, we knew it was gonna be hot, but like, we didn't expect it to really be hot. And it's like, we're outside, first of all, so we're eating outside, there's bugs flying, the fan, the people, like, because the group that was like next to us, I guess, or whatever, they had turned the fan to them, so we're getting no fan. We're just out there cooking. We're right in the center too, no umbrella either, just cooking. But we were just like, okay, we'll stay. So we're just sitting there with an attitude. Not even attitude, because I didn't even have an attitude. Like, we were just sitting there chilling. I was just drinking my drink, sitting there, waiting, I guess. Like, could have waited at the Airbnb, but hey. But then they got mad that we were just sitting there chilling. So then they were like, fine, let's go. We're gonna leave. Since you guys just want to sit there, blah, 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 we're leaving. So I was like, okay, Ben wanted to leave. We could have been left. Could have been already at the Airbnb, but hey. But we get back to the Airbnb, and then me and my two other friends, we're upstairs, like, just taking shots and listening to music because, like, we could have did that here. What are we doing that in the hot-ass sun for? I have a headache, first of all, and we could just be doing that here and then go to where we're going. But they didn't like that, I guess. But we're upstairs taking shots, you know, just chilling basically, and here come the three little musketeers coming up this. Well, actually, they came up the stairs one at a time. So the first girl, she came up the stairs, and like us three, we were sitting at the counter in the kitchen, and the stairs were like right by the kitchen. So the first girl, she came up the stairs and she opened the fridge, and she got something out the fridge, and then she closed it, and then she was like, "Yeah, I changed my flight." And then we're just like, okay. And then we're just still chilling, taking our shots, because we're like, girl, what are you talking about? Like, we thought she was kidding, honestly. I thought she wasn't for real. But then here comes the second girl coming up the stairs, and she's like, "I think I'm about to leave." And I'm like, "Where are you going?" And she was like, "I think I'm about to drive home." And we were just like, okay. Then last but not least, the third girl comes up the stairs, and she's like, "I changed my flight too." And we were like, okay. Like, I don't know if they wanted us to, well, they said that, because after the fact, and we talked, they said like, "Oh, you didn't say like, oh, stay, like, why are you leaving?" Like, they wanted us to beg for them to stay. And I felt like, I'm not gonna beg you to stay. You're a grown-ass woman. If you want to leave, leave. Simple as that. But they wanted us to beg for them to stay, and I don't think I was gonna do that. I know for a fact that I wasn't gonna do that, because I didn't do that. Yeah. But I guess they had ended up changing their flight, and their flight was like at 6 a.m. and we were just like, okay, basically. So then around the time we were supposed to go somewhere at 5 o'clock, we just decided to get an Uber, and me and my other two friends, we went to where we were supposed to go. And they felt like that was rude and disrespectful. Like, they just felt like, oh, y'all just gonna leave, and we just said that we're about to go home. Like, I really don't know what they wanted us to do, but they was just like, y'all just gonna leave when we said we were going home. Like, y'all should have been here. Y'all should have asked us to come or whatever. But we did ask them to come. Like, while we were walking out the door, we were like, oh, okay, we're about to leave. We're going to the same place we were supposed to go. Do you guys want to come? And they were just like, no, not my minute, you know, being bitches. But we had just went to where we were supposed to go, and yeah, we were being petty. We were posting like where we were at, having a nice time. We had 2 mimosa towers, us 3, struck them down, hookah, all that, and we were chilling. Like, us 3 together, we can vibe. It'd be a nice time. It's chill. We'd be on the same page. The other 3, that's why they're not in the equation no more, but we were there just chilling, and then they started posting on their story, because I guess they had went somewhere else, and they were posting, and then we came back to the house, and they were well, when we came back, nobody was there, but then they had came back after us, and then they were just being like petty and being loud, like, oh, we were in a section, blah blah blah, just doing the most. So then I talked to one of the girls, and I was just like, oh, you still leaving? Like, if y'all had a good time, why you still leaving? And she was like, no bitch, we're still not cool, I'm leaving. And I was just like, okay. So I really, if I was in the wrong, or we were in the wrong, just put that in the comments, because I really feel like I wasn't in the wrong, but like, I can take accountability if I was in the wrong, but I don't think I was. But that night, well, when we had got back, we had got dressed and stuff, because we were about to go out that night too, because like, that was the plan. We were sticking with the original plan, so we were about to go out that night. So when we came back, we were getting dressed. By the time they came back, we were already dressed to go out to where we were going, because they came back like super late. So by the time they got there, we were already dressed to go where we were going. I think it was like 11, but we were getting ready to leave. So I don't think they like that either, but your flight's at 6. What are you going out for? I don't know, the fuck. But we ended up going to this club that Suki was at. I don't know, but it was cool. We met these people. We met this one girl. She was super nice. I forget her name. We met her and her boyfriend. It was like her boyfriend's birthday, and they had let us in their section, and she was super nice. We had met her, and then we were supposed to go somewhere with them after the club. I think it was like to an after hours place. No, it was to the strip club. We were supposed to go to the strip club after with them, but Jari was sleepy as fuck. She was toe up, so we just decided to go home. But after the little three musketeers left, we started to have a good time. Like, I feel like it's more so because we know each other so well, and I feel like maybe that's where the disconnect was. It's because like the other three, they maybe don't know us as well, even though we've known each other. Well, we didn't know each other the same amount of time, but damn near. Like, I knew all of them since middle school. I knew one of them since elementary school, and then Jaria and Tanaya. Well, I knew Jaria the longest out of everybody. We knew each other since like fucking kindergarten, but out of everybody else, they probably knew us the least. But after that, after they left, the trip was super good because I feel like we know each other so well. So it's like we know what we actually want. Like, one night we didn't even go out. We just stayed in. We watched a movie, and that was enough for us. The heck. And then we did ATV riding. We did that. We went out some more, and we still just had a good time. We got Pappadeaux. Love some Pappadeaux. But just at the end of the day, she still had a good birthday because that's all that matters. But I feel like the biggest lesson I learned, like, from that whole experience was to just only go out of town with people you really know, people you really trust, people you really feel like know you. After that, I really only go out of town with the same 3 people. I might add people here and there, but it's gonna take a minute. Still won't even be this year, but I just feel like when you're going out of town with other people, it's like a group trip, so everybody's opinion should be like considered. And I feel like that's maybe where the disconnect was also. Like, maybe they didn't respect our opinions or like what we wanted to do as well, because you gotta get, I feel like they're more strong-willed and just, you know, loud. But I feel like, and also I feel like as I learn myself and like what I need and what I like, basically, it also helps play a factor in like getting things done, basically. I don't know how to word it, because now just looking back, it's like I know those are people that I would not go out of town with now, and I don't think I would go out of town with anybody like those people because they lack consideration, genuine shit, and that's all really. But as I get older, I'm 22 now, and I feel like I just see more fulfillment with just having a smaller group of friends, like having people you can actually trust, depend on, are accountable, and always there for you. I feel like I notice that more now in my life, because currently at my age of 22, I'm up to about, let me see, a total of like 5 friends that I would say are like my close, genuine friends. 1 being my cousin, but hey, more to come maybe. I don't know. As you get older, it get hard to like make actual friends, but I'm open to friends. If you guys want to be friends, hey. I was supposed to be giving you guys a tutorial, but I mean, you guys can see what I'm doing. Wasn't really explaining it too much, but this was the foundation I used. This e.l.f. Soft Glow Satin Foundation, I believe. Yeah. Use this, and then I use these 2 e.l.f. concealers. Oh, not that one. This one. I use these 2 e.l.f. concealers. This is my I go in with this shade first. This is shade. What shade is this? Deep Cinnamon. I go in with Deep Cinnamon first, and then I go in with this lighter, medium neutral. And then, oh, for my eyebrows, I use this Revlon pencil. And then for my setting powder, I go in with this e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. And I think that's all I did so far. After I let my setting powder set, I guess, I go in with this NYX powder foundation. And I just use this brush. I got this from Target, but this is brush 114. I don't know what brand it is, but they're from Target. It usually be right across from the e.l.f. products, so if that helps. But I usually go in with this powder foundation and just like brush this off lightly. Oh my god, y'all, I forgot to put blush under my concealer. I had seen that on TikTok yesterday, and it was like, put your blush under your concealer so you can have more of like a flawless base, but forgot to do that today, so might try that tomorrow. But for my blush, I usually just go in with this Anastasia palette. It has like contour and blood, different like shades of blush. I usually go in with this pink one though. And then I've been liking like doing black under eyes, like on my waterline. So I have this NYX eyeliner pencil, and I just go in like on my under eye. It's kind of like chunky, per se. It's kind of like chunky, so I just color. Okay, there we go. I almost cried, but that's fine. And then I was going with this e.l.f. setting spray. Did I finish my story? I think I did. I don't remember. I finished it. Just say that. I don't know why people don't like this setting spray. I love it. Like, it'd be all light and like misty. I love it. Like, and then it just gives you the perfect like little dewy look, you know? I don't know why people don't like it. These pimples on my forehead though, gotta go. And then I'm just gonna go in with this Fenty Beauty highlighter in the color Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. I usually just use both because I feel like they look the same. I don't know. I usually just some in here, some in here. I forgot to put concealer on my eyebrows. I knew I was missing something. It's fine. We're just gonna have a little fluffy brow look. And then I have this dark brown lip liner. I'm just gonna go in a little bit, not too much, because we're keeping it classy today, you know? And then we're just gonna go in with some gloss and call it a day. Boom. I need to straighten my hair, but we're gonna do that later. But thank you guys for watching. The point of the story was just a little story time, first of all, but the lesson at the end of the day with that story was just choose your friends wisely. Make sure you have friends that are genuine and really know the true you, and make sure you just stay true to yourself. That's my lesson of the day. But make sure you guys just like, comment, and subscribe, and I love you guys.